Welcome back to Luminary Leaders Live. I'm Shelley Harrison. I am your host of this show. And today I have an exceptional guest who's going to be on with me. And he is actually my business advisor. So he's got a lot of nuggets to just to unwrap and share with us. And he has a new program too that we're excited to share with you. So I'm going to bring my guest on. And Mark, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much, Shelley. So nice, your introduction.
Oh, thank you. Well, you can tell that, we know each other. We've known each other for, my gosh, 7 years plus. And we've done a lot of events together. We've done a lot of speaking engagements, workshops. It's amazing what we've accomplished up to this point and what you've accomplished.
No doubt.
So I know you. However, Mark, I would love for our audience. I just want to remind everybody too, before you start, we are streaming live on multiple platforms. So we're live on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and other places out there that will be streaming. So, get a cup of coffee, get a nice cold glass of water or hot tea and listen in. And Mark, I'm back to you. Awesome. As far as, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My title at work is an executive business advisor. Really, I am the architect of High Five Priority Business Mapping. And this time window that we have right now, I'm really excited to share what we've been working hands-on with clients for decades, putting together and implementing for them. And now they can go online and learn how to do it and set it up within their own organization, their own business. They can train their own people to reoccur these processes, to have them happen over and over again, and then empower that process to take it to the next level.
Yeah, no, and it's just wonderful to see the transformation. We were talking about this years ago where you were so excited to really get this out into the market. Yeah. And having worked with you and knowing how much you've helped me in my company and our growth, and just me as the CEO and wearing that coat of armor. Yes. With this program, I think what you've put into it is your life's work.
Yes,
and let's talk a little bit about that, because this is something that I know you're very excited to get out there. Yes, what are you hoping that it's going to do for business owners?
It removes that loss of control of the 80-20 rule. So many business owners are struggling. For us, I've had the great privilege to be behind hundreds, if not thousands of businesses. So to see the different commonalities of the pains, the frustrations, the failures, and the victories and the lessons learned. So, it's this process of the high five is really best practices. And it's not something just made up overnight. It's 40 years of being in the business world, and it's put together by so many other resources in addition to mine and contributions from other CEOs and other consultants. And it's really honed down the best practices. And what it does is it helps the business owner understand the simplicity of success. So many times, and more now than ever, we're looking so many different directions for solutions or that next best trick to get the edge on business. And that edge is fundamental sound business. And that's where it starts. And if we can have business owners understand that, hey, there's only 5 departments in business. I don't care what kind of business it is. If you can understand those 5 departments, what goes on in those departments, what goes on in your business in those departments, because you don't need to know everything, but you do need to know how to run your business correctly and to be deliberate about your success instead of reactionary over all the problems you have. A friend of me, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, those 5 departments of business, when you and I first met back in the day, and I come from a banking background. So I had a lot of management experience and, working with teams. What I didn't realize was that I needed to really get clear
Yes.
on how to run a business.
Yes.
I felt like I was on an island of my own, and instantly you just stepped up and helped and supported me. And, in hiring you, it was the best decision I ever made, in terms of my business and how far I've come as a business owner.
Thank
Um, yeah, no, I definitely appreciate it, Mark. And I think if everybody can look at my background, there's a certificate up there, and that's actually from Maes and Associates.
you.
So
Yes.
it's right up there on the cabinet if you can see it. So I don't have a green screen.
Yes.
This is my office. Yeah, and Mark, when you first started the process of getting the foundation ready for this online program to launch,
Mhm.
I know you had some great support, some, from, like you had mentioned, from some people that you've worked with.
Yes.
When that was coming together, what were some of the fears that you had in just getting things ready?
Making sure that we understood all of the conditions and the wherewithal, what are our resources, what are we working with. So in the high five department, in the high five, we identify, like I said, those five departments, and we refer to business like an engine, those five departments and the oil. And the oil is based on mindset, leadership, and culture. And
Mhm.
of the two, hands down, oil is the number one most important value of a business. The others are more mechanical. They're processes. They're understanding these departments, understanding, like anything else, what is the goal, or in the high five case, what's
Yeah.
perfect look like? And then literally breaking it down. What are the steps that it takes to cause those outcomes that we desire? Because more
Yeah.
often than not, you have a bunch of people going in a bunch of different directions. Nobody's sure exactly what they're shopping for, and nobody's ever feeling satisfied when they come back with what they did obtain, because they don't understand, they never defined what they were looking for, and therefore they don't get the internal horsepower, the conviction of success, of knowing they can. So then they're never confident. That's where we lose the horsepower of the 80-20 rule, and we start
Mhm.
becoming, you hear people say, like the tail of the dog. And how do we control our destinies? How do we empower
Yeah.
what we have and cause the outcomes that we desire? And that's what the high five does, is that it breaks it down. In part one, it identifies the what of business. You go through each one of those five departments, and we teach you what it is. Whether you
Yeah.
know everything or you know nothing, show up, and this will give you great insight. So we go through those five departments, and then part two is the steps of success. It's the process of success. So we start off in growth, because that oversees the entire company, and we help you identify and clarify, what does perfect look like for your organization. So in part two, we're literally asking you all of these questions, that you will answer the questions and create a complete business plan for your own business, and
Hmm.
also know how to create it moving forward. And it really changes the behavior of people, because we so often don't understand what our potential is, because we've not been shown that.
Right, right. Or, hiring a business coach. I know that,
Yeah.
you have helped so many businesses over the years, and you've owned your own companies, bought
Yeah.
and sold. And when you look at this program, you're one person,
Hmm.
and all of your expertise is in your mind and your head. And, you've got this program now that's going to be available to the masses. All they
Yes.
have to do is sign
Yeah.
up for the program. And it's such, when you look at the program that's being launched, it's your content. It's things that you have created over the years that are proven to just perform and up level businesses. So in my mind, I'm thinking, there who wouldn't want to do it, because the what you've done with us, with my company, Luminary Leaders, it's brought me out of my own comfort level.
Yeah.
In a good way though, because you've really shown me that, look, to own your own company, you've got to just really just put that coat of armor on, like I mentioned,
Hmm.
and make things happen and just get the things that you need systematically, or if you need to hire people or whatever it is that you need to do within your company.
Right. Right.
So this, this program, I'm excited for it. And
Thank you.
when you look at this program, when is it going to be available for people to, I mean, there's buzz out there, and
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
want people
It's
to know when
available
it's going to
now.
be
It's
available.
available now. Go
Perfect.
online, sign up, and
Okay.
go through it. We have mentors to guide you through. One of the points I wanted to share with you, Shelley, is that we have to understand that if you look at the data of business, the statistics, the analytics of what goes on, we have to understand why so many businesses fail. And then
Yeah.
we have to understand the historical events, what has caused them to fail, and what are the consistencies and the inconsistencies in success. And
Hmm.
and we really lose sight that most businesses, in fact, 78% of the businesses in the world start in operations. They're good at their craft, and that's vertically. We want to drill down. We want to become better at the process. We want to refine the process, train the people, reward performance. It's vertical. Business is not. Business is linear. It has, you start off in growth by clarifying the entire plan of the overall business. And then the next part of that is marketing. And then how does marketing in that plan tie into sales? And then how does sales work together with finance and administration to make sure that all our hard work is protected? And then is operations, the fulfillment of the sale. And that's really where most business owners are really solid, but they let the other go to pass. And what's
Yeah.
so important about the high five is that it just identifies what your business needs, what your
Yeah.
vision of perfect looks like, and helps you clarify that. So we take the whole package of the business, and it funnels down into the processes and the forms that we provide them with on how you do this, how you handle and manage every step of the way. And it consolidates it down to one page, one 8.5 by 11, that is everything that's going on in your business. That's really powerful by
That is.
utilizing
That's
all of
very
this technique
powerful.
and resources. People
Yeah,
want to succeed, just most often they don't know how.
that's
And that's
right.
what we
That's right.
provide them.
Well, Mark, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And then when we come back, we're going to wrap up and it will be back in just a moment. And now we're back with Mark Maes, executive business advisor and principal of Maes and Associates, who I've known for years. And I'm excited because we're coming to the end of the show. But I want to find out, Mark, if you have what your perfect looks like with this
Mhm.
program, what would that be?
I want to change lives. I want to empower people. I've made millions and millions of dollars in my lifetime
Yeah.
doing business, and it's never satisfied me like the ability to unlock and unleash people's limitations. And in business, we will work so hard, but we don't know what we don't know. So for me to be able to get alongside of business owners and just turn on the lights and show them those easy questions, but it takes years, in my case 40 years of being in business, to understand. And some of the greatest lessons I've learned, unfortunately, have been some of the highest tuitions that I've paid to learn them. And I want to save that. I want to save people from that type of lesson. And
Yeah.
high five is a guaranteed system. It works. It works from the beginning
And it
through
does.
the end. Yes.
Absolutely, it does. And I'm a product of it,
Yes.
my company.
Great. I love to
And
hear you.
we've been so fortunate to work together.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we will make sure that all of the links are in the show notes,
Mhm.
and you'll be able to our subscribers, followers, people that are watching, you're going to have access to it where you can go in and take a look and, just take advantage of this program. It's
Yes.
if you're starting a company or you've been in business for a few years, or even if you've been in business for 10 or 15 years, there's always a way to change and innovate. And, going through this program, I think is going to be helpful for a lot of businesses.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
really excited. And Shelley, I don't want them to be afraid of anything. We have all different types of programs. Go to the online course, look at it, make sure it's what you want to do, kick the tires, drive it around, make sure it's what you want to do, and we'll find a way to get you through the course. We have a lot of power partners with different sponsors, so make the effort. It's free will, right?
Absolutely. That's right. That's right. Well, that's the end of our show today. And Mark, thank you so much for
Thank you
being
so
here
much.
today. And yeah, and we're just so excited for you for this program. And I'm happy to be a part of it and contribute and just really, get it out there to the masses, because I think it's something that is going to be extremely valuable and it's going to help change lives, just like you mentioned.
Yes, it
So
does.
yeah,
Surely
yeah.
does.
So with that, we'll make sure that all the links are in the show notes, and we want to thank our followers, listeners. We actually put this on, upload it to all of the podcast apps. So if you're working out or you're driving or you're doing something where you can't really watch us, you can listen. So with that, I'll say thank you so much for being with us today, and everyone have a great day. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Shelley. Thank you so much.
Thank you.